Welcome to Grown Folk Stories, y'all. I'd like to bring up Raif and Durias. Give it up, give it up. Yeah.
We'll do what we can, but you. Wow. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna start this off by asking how many people believe in some sort of like spiritual realm that exists on this earth, but you can't see or. Okay.
I don't know.
We'll stay there for now. What about ghosts? Straight up ghosts? People believe in ghosts? Okay, not as many. How about like vampire werewolves? Shit like that? Not as many people. Alright. So I guess the title of the story we're gonna tell is we met a fucking vampire in Humboldt Park last summer. That's why I had to bring my boy. Y'all wouldn't believe me. He was there. Go ahead.
I know it's not highly legitimate because black people usually die during shit like this. But I'm legit, this shit happened.
Shit fucking happened. So yeah, like last summer, right? We met this fucking vampire in Humboldt Park. And the night started off a decent night. We went out, we went to the infamous music hall in everyone's favorite neighborhood, Wrigleyville, the Cuppy Bear. Oh, that's good. That's why I said infamous. It's not just for mob deep. So we saw our favorite Albanian-American rapper, Action Bronson, perform, and that was fun. And then we did what a lot of people do when you like leave a show or something. We stood outside like, what do you want to do? What are we doing now? And then D says to me, you want to go Super Mario, which is code for do you want to eat magic mushrooms? Now you probably won't believe that we met a vampire after we ate magic mushrooms. That's why I brought my boy. For real. So we go back to my crib, and you know, there's sort of this thing where it's like you should either be outdoors, right, in nature or whatever, or have some sort of like, for those of you that aren't down with that, but have some sort of like controlled situation where you understand what you're doing and you're not gonna like flip the script because I could fuck the other person up in their trip, whatever. All right. So our plan was basically to kick it at my crib, and then before the sun rose, go up to the park, because I live like steps away from Humboldt Park, and watch the sunrise. And it's romantic, isn't it? But it made so much sense. So I don't remember much of the trip, but I do remember in my apartment, like D in an argument with this painting in my house. And I looked at the painting, and then I looked at him, and I was like, I'm mad too at that painting. But you wanna go ahead?
No, so I mean, he basically summed it up. So the way, you know, we're basically tripping. We have two other friends with us that actually, you know, we're hanging out too. We were all fucked up. You get fucked up. These were like some very magical mushrooms. We played, you know, we were like listening to some records, just hanging out, you know, just wigging out in the house. And the plan was this, you know, as you said, let's leave around when it's getting later. We're coming down. We're not fucked up in public, scaring people or them fucking with us. And we walk into the park, and we get like, I don't know, 20, 30 steps into the park. And in the distance, there's this dude on a bike in all black riding towards us.
And it's hot as hell.
And it's hot as fuck. It's like 75, 80 degrees, and it's like 5:30, 6 in the morning and shit. We got 1 minute? Are we at the end of our 10 minutes and shit?
No, they get a little more.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you, my man. Hey, happy birthday too, by the way. Me and Eric just turned 30. Me and Eric just turned 30, man. Give you that for him. Hey, so, no, homie's on this bike in all black and shit. He gets up to us, and when he rolls up on the 4 of us in the park, he doesn't say shit to us, really. He just stops his bike, he kindly gets off, and I look, and my man's is not sweating at all. He's in an all-black suit, the sun's about to fucking come up. He's in a suit, he's on a bike, he's not fucking sweating at all. So, one of the homies is just like, oh shit, like this dude's gonna try to rob us. Or no, I'm like, man, fuck that. Like, we fucking tripping. We'll fuck this dude up. You got this. So then he's like, how's your day going? We're like, it's fine. You don't want to fuck with us. It's fine. It's fine. He's like, oh, we're like, where you coming from? He's like, oh, I just, I got off work at 4 a.m. But, man, let me bring this up. His fucking accent was the shit that started killing us. So he's got this accent, I just got off work. And, I got off at 4 and then I went to go hang out with friends. And then we went to another bar and then, whatever. And while we're listening to him explain what he did until 6 a.m., Raif asked him, I believe you asked him, man, you got an accent. Where are you from? I did. Where are you from? And he goes, it's funny actually. We're like, it's funny actually. Where you from? Oh, hold on, my fault.
So I'm like, where are you from, dude in an all-black suit on a bike, not sweating, pale as fuck, at 5 in the morning, and not to be racist against pale people, but he was pale as fuck, and he was like, oh, I'm from Romania. And I say, what part? Like I fucking know Romania parts of Romania. But that was like my playing it cool, like being normal, because I'm tripping still, right? And he's like, then he laughs and he's like, Transylvania. I swear to God.
So I just started wilding. I'm like, oh shit, y'all are out here. And he's like laughing about this shit, like, yeah, like, yeah, And I'm just like, oh shit, like, it's getting to that time. And now, I kid you not, it's getting to that time where it's starting to get lighter. Mind you, the sun is fucking coming up. And he already said, no offense to pale people, but y'all aren't pale. This fucker was getting paler as the sun was coming up.
Like bluish.
Fucking craziest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. So it's just like, man, so, what's the deal? Where you going? He's like, oh, I gotta go home and go, hang out. He's like, starts seeming like he's in a rush. And I won't forget, I turned to him and I'm like, well, shit, like, you gotta have like some 700-year-old scotch or some shit at the house, Invite us over, And he's like, no, I gotta go home to my coffin in the basement with my rats and shit. He just said it, just flat out says it. So I'm like, what the fuck, And I mean, if you ever meet a vampire and you're not dead already, the first shit that's gonna go through your mind is we must be fucking cool enough for him to not have fucking axed us off yet and shit, like we're still hanging out, Should I just wrap it up? Alright, so I'm gonna wrap this shit up. Basically, after my mans was like, getting paranoid about the sun rising and shit. He's like, all right, well, you all enjoy the rest of your morning. We're like, hey, man, you two go home, get some rest and shit. He's like, I will, And he slowly gets on his bike. And he turns around and he rides off. And we turn around and we start walking our own way. Now, I kid you not, we took like 3-4 steps. And I fucking turn around and I'm like, yo. And we look and this motherfucker was gone. His name was Olaf. From Transylvania.
feels real.
All right. I've known these men for a while. I believe them 100%. But, Raif, do you remember when we walked from the Silver Room block party? You had and we were walking, we took shortcuts through the alley, and we turned, and there was an elderly woman in a nightgown with white hair. Do you remember this?
Was she driving?
No, she was walking, and we were like, oh fuck. Maybe she has like dementia, and she's just kind of, but it was these rich areas, and it was gravel. And then we were like, there's no sound. Like when, like you hear like, and I was just like, no, and started, and Raif was like, it's cool, she's probably lost. And she was right behind us, and she was crossing from like, and she was old. And you were like, maybe we should ask if she needs, and she's not there. And she was gone. So it's you, motherfucker. It's you. You bring the dead, the living and the not living. So if anybody wants to go on a ghost tour with this motherfucker, that was freaky.